So, Swarup, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and Arpana and how you got into lifestyles?
Right. So, as per my background, I'm a geoscientist working as a geophysicist in a company for last 20 years. I have double masters on one in geology and geophysics. And we are settled in Houston for last 8-9 years. And my wife Arpana, you can introduce yourself.
So we graduated same time from first masters from doing geophysics in masters, and then I am in oil and gas industry since 2001, and I work with Schlumberger.
So no real estate experience at all?
Sorry?
No real estate experience at all?
No, both of us.
No, we only bought houses in India just for our own
living.
It's not for investing. Yeah, so it was, and especially coming to this country and investing in real estate, we never thought about it. That is for sure.
Yeah. So one of her colleague.
So one of my colleague and with whom I worked very closely in 2019. So he was talking about all this thing, and that's where when we had dinner together, and that's where he really talked about very high about lifestyle, and it actually clicked Swarup's mind to let's go for it. So it was just like one dinner, and next day we decided.
So that next day we decided to go for the 2-day seminar, and David's seminar was so informative that we want to take a chance.
And when did you join?
I joined in October 2020. Okay, 2020.
Just a few months ago. Yeah.
Just a few months ago. And following that, I think the first deal I would like to thank you particularly to giving me all the information needed, going through each of the numbers to make sure I understand all the numbers correctly and gain confidence on it. And that's what we started.
Right. Well, it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. So this is your first.
I would just add, like we moved to Houston directly as a transfer from my company, and from since then, like to the end of 2013 and 2014 onward, where the downturn started, right? So we never felt settled in US. So only when we got the permanent residency, we started thinking about. We first bought our own house. We did not buy. We were staying in rental. And so we have never invested in US anything except the first time buying house. So we can say it's really a click change when we discussed with the friend, and we
go to the training.
Swarup took training the same weekend. Friday we had dinner, and Sunday I think Saturday Sunday he has the training.
Well, I commend you. It takes a lot of courage to take that leap. So congratulations on that. So very good. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide and talk about the property. How'd you find the property, and tell us a little bit about that.
I think this property came through one of the lifestyle realtor, Jennifer
McCormick.
Jennifer McCormick, and I think she's a fantastic person. Means it was a fantastic combination for me for the first property. You as a mentor and Jennifer as my realtor, and she makes sure I am comfortable understanding all the things about the house when visiting the house, all the numbers. And the other thing which I learned from you and Jennifer is that you need to be conservative to start with, and in that way we will not get a hit back or a sudden unpleasant surprises. So that helped.
Right. Because this is your first property, one of the things that we do to help you get through that first property that's so important, because if you get snake bit, it can prevent you from getting into other properties, right? So we want strong comps, and we want the rehab to be reasonable. We don't want you to take on some crazy project right out of the block. So it really gives you the confidence to move forward into your next bigger project. So this really fit the bill. So talk about the rehab a little bit. Can you tell us the condition of the house and things that you needed to get done?
Condition of the house, again, that's where it came to, particularly at the beginning, how Jennifer explained. That house has 15 to 16 dogs. So, and probably 25 to 30 mice. So you can understand, rest I don't have to explain how the condition of the house was. So
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
But it was, we'll see that it was only like a $22,000 rehab. So we're not talking about a huge rehab. The median rehab in the Houston area right now that we're seeing is in the $35,000 to $40,000 range.
True, and that's where your experience and Jennifer experience came into the picture, because as a normal person, those are most disgusting thing you will see in a property, right? But to fix it, it will cost you like extra $2,000. That's about it, right? So changing the carpet, changing the tile, means you have to color it, change the carpet, all the floorings and all, and that makes the whole house looks new, right? As long as
it looks like a brand new house in this picture. Yeah.
Right. So only thing, the major thing we have changed over here is the flooring everywhere, paint the whole house, and change all the kitchen was good. Only put the appliances and the fans and lights. Those are the major one, because the roof was 2 years old, the AC was 2 years old. So those are the things I don't have to take care of.
Yeah,
so that's what the rehab value was low.
Sounds like an ideal first property to go for. So, thank you, Jennifer, if you're out there. So, okay, well, let's get into the numbers a little bit. Next slide. So it appraised at 220. I think Dave pulled the numbers from this one, or pretty close to the numbers. So it appraised for 220, and I think that was a bit of a surprise. We didn't go into the deal thinking it was going to appraise that high.
Right.
And then,
so that's where it came to the picture, because at the beginning when we took the house, it was a good deal. It was not a great deal. So we started from that point. You have to start with a good deal, and if I take all the step properly, then either it will stay good or it will go to the great. So because our value was so means again means we did not, our appraised value, initial appraised value was 195K. So we know from there it will be always better than 195K. It cannot go down beyond 195K. And that's where all the good surprises came into the picture.
Right, yeah, that's how it happens. So let's run through the numbers real quick. So it appraised for 220, the purchase price was 140. That's an initial equity of $80,000. You had a rehab of $22,000, closing cost of just under $12,000, because we had those two closings, the hard money and the conventional refi. And so your net equity captured was a little over $46,000, cash out of pocket, a little over $10,000, and that's a return on capital gain of 434%. So to put it in layman's terms, you got your $10,639 back, plus you got another $36,000 on top of that on paper. So your rent was $1,850, which is a little on the higher end than the properties that we typically see. Your cash flow was $543 for a cash on cash return of 61%. And these numbers are crazy amazing, and it's your first deal, and so I'm sure you're spoiled now. And, and that was one of my concerns. One of my concerns was, okay, this is what's possible, right? But this is not the median or what, so it ranges. It ranges all over. So you experience what's possible right out of the gate. And so what happened to your mindset after doing this? How important was that first deal?
No, again, always the first deal is always, gives you either a lot of confidence, encouragement, or you will stuck for the time being to try to understand what you did right or wrong. But looking at those numbers, and particularly while renting it, it was on the market, I believe, for either 5 to 7 days.
5 to
So-
7 days.
Yeah. And I don't know, here also I put a, like, people say that he put $1,900, so that was a higher value. So I said that okay, I'll put $50 less. In that way it looks bit attractive. So probably
And
even though it is in the higher side, because initially we thought it will go around $1,700. That's what the initial quote was.
Okay. Well, we teach best product, best price. And so I think you nailed it if you leased it out in 7 to 10 days. So good job
Right.
on that.
Yeah, so following that, to answer your question, following that, I was super charged up looking at all those numbers. And I think you also told me, and Jennifer also told me, that this is not the number you will get every single deal. It is good for a first deal, but keep your expectation medium rather than, this kind of
Yeah,
thing.
this would be equivalent to stepping up to the plate and expecting to get a home run every time you get to the plate. So you definitely nailed it.
Yeah.
So
Following
what
that, I
happened?
have bought
sorry.
another 3 property in 3 months. So
Yeah,
right now
I was going to ask you that. So how many properties did you buy in the next 3 months?
3 property. Every month 1 property each. So
Right.
total we have 4 property. All the 4 properties rented, rehab. And so right now I'm looking for another property to go for.
So you're looking for number 5 now.
Number 5.
That's crazy. Dave, do you want to chime in?
Yeah, I'm super proud of them because here's a member who joined in October during the pandemic. Everything's virtual. It's scary. And I know when I was teaching a seminar to them, I'm sure I found a property like 15 or 20 or 10 out of pocket. And now they actually have done that. Doesn't that feel cool, Swarup?
Yeah. No, thank you, Vince. I think. So, and also you showed one of the example in the seminar, taking a example from on the fly, not anything made up, on the fly, and calculate all the numbers. And I think that property was out of pocket was close to 9,000, just below $10,000. So that
And you
gives
found
also
one just as good, even
also.
better.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta be proud of yourself.
You don't pick one which is $25,000 or $30,000. Then you have to think at least once.
Yeah, you probably figured, well, if I join to buy just one property, it's worth it. And you bought what,
Yeah.
4 now, or 3 or 4? That's great.
So all the 4 properties done, all are rehab. So right now my cash flow is around $2,300 per month.
That's awesome. So if you would give advice to new people watching, they're coming, remember back in October when you came to my seminar, you were nervous, scared, it's something different.
Yeah.
New people coming this weekend, what advice would you give to the new people?
I think, first of all, a lot of people have a lot of hesitation. This is not their piece of cake. It means so many moving stone, like you have to talk to the different vendors, get through the rehab will give the extra challenges, then you have to put it on rent, and then after rent there will be a problem. So I think first expectation is that no job will be easy. Means there is no easy job, right? But here, if for a particular house, first I think 6 to say between 4 to 6 weeks, if we look at the number properly, we concentrate on the numbers, we pick the correct people and rely on them and go for it, because a lot of people may flicker between the different vendors and question their ability. So you have to believe on people and go through that. And also I found, because now I have 4 property, all property is not like that. My 4th property even better than this one, right? But the 2nd and 3rd one was mediocre. 2nd one probably little not so good. I did not like it, but at the end of the day, my cash flow, it is giving me a cash flow. Still I'm getting my money back, still giving the cash flow. So plus equity gain. So you have to take it as a whole, how much you are gaining, not only means take an example and try to match that. So it will be average out. So you should not go for only one property and think that if it is good, you will go for the next one. If it is not good, you don't stop. So you have to take a lot of, don't take a courage, you have to take that chance. And I believe the real estate always gives you positive thing, hardly there will be negative thing.
So I will just add, I'll just add on him, is about when he discussed about vendors, I saw him dealing with those vendors to get the job done. You are disappointed, they promise something, they do not deliver, then they cross question you back that you did not agree, we did not agree. And I see the patience he has with those people, even like he does not left any stone unturned for them to realize that they are, so his communication skill is really great for those people, right? So he doesn't get angry, he doesn't get upset, he controls, understand their weakness, and he communicates is very, very well. I'm very poor in that, but I understand that this is one of the things that if you give a contract to someone, unless they are really cheating on you, be patient with that. It is one thing. And of course, if you are new in it, look at the numbers rather than the end, like look at the number as an end value rather than the effort or something that
And
is going to go for next 2 months. That's what.
Right. Here I have to add one thing. I think the mentors with the lifestyle, they're great. Particularly, I'm so thankful I get get in touch with Doug. You get a number, and if you don't understand, talk to them. They will go to, particularly Doug went through the every single number to make sure I understand. It is not just a number. Even there is a math behind it. He explained that because the maths were not crazy math, right? There are math, but not crazy math. So if you're not sure about something, talk to the mentor. They will help you out to understand if it is a good deal, bad deals. Means at the end of the day, it is my decision to go for it or not, but they analyze it properly so you get the full picture of it.
Yep, that's it. It's we want you to do this for yourself, but don't do it by yourself. You took the team, you took the mentors, you took the vendors, and you got through it all. All right.
No, and also the new ones will not understand.
Anybody want to thank tonight?
Yeah, means I think I already mentioned several times Jennifer.
Yeah, everybody loves Jennifer.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a special thank to Doug, whose name is not mentioned over here. Oh,
Yeah.
last, okay. Okay. And also I'm very thankful to you to make sure I am getting the proper first impression of lifestyles way of taking the challenges. And the other general contractor like Longhorn, particularly their quality of work is good. You will not find that they are very cheap quality. They don't put a cheap quality stuff. They're probably not the very cheapest one in that sense. They are not the cheapest vendor, but they're not
cheap,
the. And other people like lender wise, I took the Catalyst particularly because this makes my life easy, because I have to talk to only one person for the hard money as well as for the conventional, so I don't have to run behind different people to be the first one. And also at the beginning, particularly Jennifer and Doug told me to, before I make the deal final, it has to be inspected. So I got inspected by Pat, who did a good job also.
Okay.
Great, thank you. So what's changed in your life? You've talked a little bit about some things, but what's the big picture?
Big picture, I think my wife already told, like we are both are geoscientists working in the oil and gas, and I feel like
with the going in the plunge, the industry
right.
Going in plunge.
And so, and a lot of uncertainty in the market, and I think a lot of anxiety. So I don't want to be the part of that anymore. So I want to come out of it, and this is, I think, one of the best, if it is not the best, if it is one of the best way to get out of that and generate cash flow and retire as you all have done. That's my bigger goal. So, and it gives me a security, showing that there is a way to generate money with some I have to involve my time a little bit, but not the amount of time right now I'm putting with the anxious moment every single day. and I can use my extra time with my family or the way I want, rather than the other people decide how I should use my time.
I got it. So where do you go from here? You mentioned that you're going for number 5. So it sounds like you're going full blast. Do you have a goal in mind to get to 10?
So my plan is to, if the inventory is not very good at this moment of time, I think that's going against my wish. But
All our wishes.
so my plan was to finish the 10 house this year, and at least by the end of the year introduce myself to the multifamily. That's so far my plan is, and our goal is.
So get number 5 through 10 by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't doubt that. I'm gonna look forward to doing another case study with you in about 18 months and look at your whole portfolio. We can do that.
Let's see. Finger crossed. But I hope with everybody's help and everybody good wishes, I'll get through this.
Awesome. Well, I forgot who's handling questions. Are there any questions out there that we can address?
There are. Thank you very much for asking, Doug. Yeah, I'm Ember, and we do actually have a few questions. Number 1 from Judy: are you guys self-managing your rental properties?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, cool. Good question here also from Judy. She was asking, how did you guys market the place so that it was rented out in just a couple days? And I know we have a lot of members that are worried it's going to take like 4 weeks. So how did you do that?
So like means, I think here I have differed a little bit from the lifestyle way of doing it, because it was my first property. I did not want to take chances. I don't know how to market my house, and then if it is on the market for a month, I have to reduce the price and other thing. So for the first property, I took the help of another lifestyle realtor to put it on the market and market it for me and take a picture and everything. But following that, my plan is to do it myself, where I can do it, because right now I have gained some experience and confidence I can do that part as well. But for the first property, I did it. I took a help of a realtor.
Cool. And did you stage the property when you were renting it out?
No.
No.
It was empty property.
No. None of the property is staged at all.
Awesome. Okay. Hillard was asking, how much equity did you have to add to your 70K originally for investments?
Not sure I understand the question.
You mentioned initially about having the 70,000 for investments. Did you add money to that, or is that what you started with?
Okay, we had 70,000.
No, I think our money was 70,000. That's what we started. Was out of 70,000, first property took like $12,000, right? So that's how we go about it. It means as we get more property, I put, because again, at the end of the day, 4 property will cost me like 80K in total out of pocket.
Okay, cool.
It has increased slightly, especially for the last one.
No, last one.
Sorry, Splendor.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And Fernando is asking if you mind sharing, what's the method you use to receive the monthly payments from the residents? Like, how do you receive the
bank transfer?
Transfer to the bank account, direct bank transfer.
Transfer to the bank account. Okay, cool. Hey, some good questions. I think it's Gadil, perhaps, is asking what GC you used primarily, and I think you had them on your team slide.
Longhorn solution. Longhorn.
Cool. Awesome.
Longhorn home solution.
Let's see. We've got quite a few coming in. Is trying to keep up. So, interesting question here from Timothy. I think in response to one of the comments you guys made, he was asking, how did it change your view of a checking account?
We have not thought about it.
Checking
No.
account, I think it is too early to look at a checking account because as I said that I have recently started in the month of October. So the first rent came in and
January.
in the December we got the first check. So we have yet to see the money coming. So now I have 4 property, probably another 3-4 months time. That will be a considerable amount to look at it. Right now, probably it is not much. That means I haven't accrued much yet.
Cool. And then did you do this in your personal name, or did you create like an LLC or a business name to do this with?
No, I think that's where I took advice from Doug, saying that do I do a LLC that will safeguard myself? Probably Doug can help you in that. I mean, that can add to that. That's what
Yeah,
is the
lifestyle teaches to do it in your own name. So
Yeah.
that way you maximize access to the cheap money.
Obviously, whoever asked that question hasn't been to my seminar.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Why you don't put an LLCs.
It could be in your name. It does not suggest in your
yeah
name.
yeah. So we were of all the property in our personal name. So right now
Good
she is
deal.
the owner of all the property. I'm the caretaker.
So what I'm hearing is that you followed the way that Dell and David teach when it comes to investing in your personal name. You followed the way that Dell and David teach when it comes to how to rent out the properties, and you follow the way that Dell and David teach when it comes to how to collect the rent checks. And it looks like this was a home run. Yeah, that's all I.
I think they put everything so simple because it is simple. It is not complicated one. If we make things complicated, that's what you start getting all the unpleasant surprises. And
Yeah, like Dell says, he says real estate's easy, but people are complicated.
Exactly.
Exactly.
People are hard, difficult. Yep. Well,
People are
that's
difficult.
awesome. I really appreciate you guys giving back, and we'll have you back on again. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.